All right, my friends, check, 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 1, 2. We are back, I believe, hopefully. Some issues in the production truck there. Internet cut out for a bit, but we are back now with our tertiary main event in progress. And Hunter Quinn actually just hit Tops Newsom with a tiger bomb on the outside before throwing him back into the ring. The Puppet Master now been busted open too. Santa Claus getting revenge, top to bottom! Back just in time. Santa Claus trying to get some payback for what Joey Bacon did to him last night by messing with the truck. And there's the claw, the Puppet Master pulling on those strings. But the Hellhound is able to fight out of it. There you can see that wicked gash and big response from Quinn, the sit-out choke slam. 1, 2, but no 3. Tops Newsom kicks out, but Hunter just trying to shake it off and trying to stay in the zone. Snake eyes to Newsom. Imagine that the global champion Kai Victory is watching right now, and any sort of injury that Hunter Quinn might inflict upon Newsom, Victory will keep that in mind heading into this weekend. Oh no. They didn't get a good look at the cut. Along Tops' left eye, these closed fists across the chest gonna knock him down to the floor. And Hunter Quinn perhaps would be happy to take a count-out win, maybe not. Going up to the top rope, but not too frequent. You'll see someone the size of Hunter Quinn fly like this. Forearm to the top of the head from the top rope. All the way down to the outside of the ring. Oh, you can't really get a very clear look at this, but... Oh no, misses the headbutt and tops with a clothesline. Well, some in the CMV universe have been saying that Tops' time is come and gone. Pile driver on the floor. Nice timing. But he's an old man. He was gone from CMV for 6 years. He ain't cut out for the main event anymore. He's looking to prove them all wrong. Oh, and he's getting a bit cheeky, getting a bit dirty. Taking off that top turnbuckle cover. The referee saw him do it. He's lucky that she didn't disqualify him right there. Off the top, gonna kick it old school is the Puppet Master. Before maybe trying to lock in a sharpshooter, middle of the ring, sharpshooter locked in here for only a couple of seconds though before Hunter Quinn's out of it. And a combination spine buster. Put an end to that comeback real quick. Hunter with another tiger bomb. Into the pin. 1, 2. But Newsom, that old dog, he won't most so easily put down. There's the beast bite. Who went after all the damage done to the back and shoulder. Beast bite cinched in. But there ain't no quitting this man. Tops Newsom escapes. Oh, look at how deep that bruise is, guys, on his left shoulder. Who you know Kai Victory's looking at his chops right now. Like a dog staring at a bone. Jackpot not once but twice. It's so nice unless you're Hunter Quinn. On the receiving end of it. Now against the ropes. Whoop, ducked. Psyched out. Peekaboo. Clothesline. Almost took that boy Hunter's head off. 1, 2. Kick out by the Psycho Killer. Tops going frustrated. Stays focused. He knows he needs this win. He needs some momentum heading into the Ruler of the Ring event this weekend. You know, Hunter, too, in the same boat heading into that steel cage match with Gus Novell. Shades of Josh Wolf going on the hunt. And the Mind Virus again! The woke Mind Virus pulling on those strings, though, the Puppet Master. Hunter can get a tap. No, Hunter. He's thick-headed, and literally and figuratively saves him there. and now dragged into the corner. This from Hunter. Inverted Alabama slam. Looks like Hunter's got a black eye. His right eye. Looks like it's swelling up. Super kill. He missed it. Close range there. Makes up for it, though, with a beautiful disaster kick. And that's going to ring Top's bell. Gives Hunter his opening. Psycho Drilla. Taking that old dog behind the shed. 1, 2, 3. Hunter Quinn picks up the win. And for Tops Newsome, guys, I mean, when the lights are on bright this weekend, we'll see. Oh, there's the global champion. No, come on! Tops Newsome defenseless and cut. But Hunter not gonna let it happen. The Psycho Killer. Well, obviously not trying to save Tops Newsome, more so trying to send a message to Guy Victory, I'm sure. But either way, Top saved from perhaps not even making it to London this weekend, thanks to Hunter Quinn. Co-main event. Up next here on this holiday edition of Octane 146. Our main event, of course, still to come. The Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. But before we get there, Ben Stacy with Ileana Summers in his corner, as always, going to be welcoming Ellis Sky to the Octane roster. I got a feeling it's not going to be a warm welcome. Stacy, guys, though, fuming that he won't be a part of the Ruler of the Ring event this weekend in London, his home. Of course, he and Ileana had their chance. They were a part of the Rulers of the Ring tournament. They were knocked out first round. Just continuing the unfortunate streak these two have been on. A lot of losses these last few months. And the last thing Ben Stacy needs is to be a stepping stone for a new arrival. I still hold true. People ask me, a guy just asked me earlier today backstage, if I still believe in Ben Stacy, if I still hold true to what I said at the start of this season, that he would be a world champion. And I do. He's going through a rough patch right now. If there's anybody capable of picking themselves up, digging themselves out, he's that young man right there, the British Angel Ben Stacy, and maybe it starts tonight. He turned things around at last. Our first proper look at Ellis Sky. We did see him in the Battle Royal back at Trouble in Paradise. Not too much, though. My peepers are fixated, though, on this young man. I like what little we did see in that Battle Royal. I like from young Ellis Sky here. Now he's got a real chance to show off in the CM Universe. This has been a man who's been on the precipice of joining CMV for years. Never been the right time, though. The stars never aligned, if you will, but at last he's here. And he's looking to make the most of it. Fortunately, at the expense of Ben Stacy. So here we go, our co-main event. Ben Stacy with Ileana Summers in his corner taking on Ellis Sky, his Octane debut. Referee, okay, rare Charles Robinson appearance. Has he ever been our ref before? We just hired him, I guess. So one off here, maybe in a co-main event. Well, Ellis Sky is going to have a good few inches height-wise on Ben Stacy here. Doesn't stop Stacy, though, from taking him down. Straight out the gate with that waist lock, but now back into the collar and elbow. Ellis take a hold of the arm. Well, always crafty are Ileana Summers and Ben Stacy working together. Don't be surprised if she tries to get involved here. Hopefully Ellis Sky knows that coming into this one, did his homework, and is prepared if such an occasion arises. Stacy's got the arm now. Like a pit bull with a bow, and he ain't letting go. Ben Stacy, as I've said before, in a lot of ways, a third-generation superstar. He was trained by Hall of Famer Jay Young, who was trained by Hall of Famer Dave Turner. All that knowledge coursing through the veins of Ben Stacy. Might be the best technical wrestler in all of CMV today. He's going to take to the air for a frog, a little bit of a crossbody, more like a frog splash crossbody there. And a standing moonsault to follow it up, but look at Ellis, gets right back up. And able to send him into the corner, but open! Quickly pulled old Charles in the way. Oh, and that's going to give an opening to Ben Stacy. Slid a steel chair by Ileana Summers. Oh, the exposed turnbuckle too. I guess he decides to use that instead of the steel chair while the referee is down. Steel chair's not enough. Ileana grabs a baseball bat too. And again! Sternum first into the exposed turnbuckle. Ref still down. Stacy doing all that he can to give himself an advantage. Scoop slam. Now up to Brett's rope. As Ellis could very easily have no idea where he is right now. Meteora. Well, Stacy's not going to be able to win the match if the referee doesn't get back up, and it looks like he might not. Old Charles Robinson appears to be, for all intents and purposes, on Dream Street right now. Bow and arrow, not going to be able to win the matchup, though. Even if Ellis Sky were to tap out, which he does not, he's able to escape. Powerbomb, back body drop. Oh, it looks like Ben landed on the edge of the steel chair there. There's now Ellis Sky with a colossal clutch, which Stacy gets out of, slips through the legs. Oh, Stacy gonna go get a word of encouragement from Ileana Summers before chasing down old boy. Nope, counter with a clothesline. So what's up? This is why we don't hire geriatric referees for our matches. Our regular referees are already bad enough. Now with Charles back up, and he's seeing the steel chair. I guess that's not suspicious at all. He gets rid of it. Stacy now going to wrench on the knee. The damage has been done, though. While the ref was down, Ben Stacy used that exposed turnbuckle twice. Oh, and Charles sees it. He's going to go fix it. Too little too late. Another Meteora for the British Angel, who again looks to take to the air. Another frog splash crossbody. Into the pin this time. Charles just fixed the top turnbuckle. Ileana takes it off again. Now she's got to be careful. Doesn't get herself ejected. It doesn't get Ben Stacy disqualified. He's going to the top. Gonna take flight with a double boot stomp. Straight to the gut. And a leg drop. Right after Robinson fixing the top turnbuckle a second time. I guess he thinks it's just falling off. Faulty. I ain't no snitch. Well, this is not, I'm sure, how Ellis Sky envisioned his debut going, but Ben Stacy's very clear on this matchup. He's willing to do anything he has to get back on track. Ellis Sky fights his way back into this matchup. Tried for the pin. A little hint of desperation there, and it ain't going to work out for him. Unfortunately. And the scissors pin. Keeping Ben Stacy on his toes. Kicks out, not even a 1 count. Stacy turns the ropes for a back elbow. And Stacy not looking to let this kid get going again. Kraken's clutch, but Sky gets to his feet, grabs the arm, forearm. Gonna rock Stacy. Oh, there's a forearm for you. Did I say forearm? I meant forearm. Woo! Knocked Ben Stacy's block off. Doesn't look like he's done either. We got modified STF. STF locked in by Ellis Sky. Wrenching. But Stacy, the technician that he is, able to get out of it. Oh, Ileana Summers is distracting the ref. As Stacy enacts the curse. Bad timing, Ileana. Ben's got the match won. Charles, stop getting fooled by the good-looking ladies. Well, that was a bit of miscommunication between Ileana Summers and Ben Stacy there. Which might just end up costing this match. Pile driver. Ellis moving slow, but he gets into the pin. 1, 2. Kick out. Close one, though. Now this Sky gonna put Stacy. Oh no, gonna send him to the outside. Watch out that steel chair. Referee gonna start his count as Sky delivers some stomps to the back of the head. But back into the ring. You know, Ellis doesn't want his debut ending in a count out, I'm sure. Disqualification wants to arrive here on Octane with a win. They just might. Hurricane Rana from the top. Perfect form. Some lucha tapes and a springboard right after. Moonsault. Oh, but now Ileana moves on from Charles Robinson, directly distracting Ellis Sky. And the newcomer fool enough to fall for it. But Ben Stacy not able to really do much. He looks to be entirely out of it. Not again! The modified STF! Locked it again! Is Stacy gonna tap? Ellis Sky lets it go as Stacy refuses to quit. Educated feet of Ellis Sky we're seeing here. Goes into the pin. Not enough to get the win. Got eyes wide. As can be. I don't know if that's shocking. Oh, knee to the gut. That's all Ben needs to get back into this one. Swinging neck breaker. Turning Ellis over. Trying to slowly bring him up. A little bit too slow. Dragon Scuddy. Oh, Ileana now. Directly putting her hands on Ellis. This guy's pretty much fighting a handicap match here. Sweeps the feet. Like I said at the start of the matchup, though, hopefully Ellis did his homework and was prepared for this. Obviously not. Stacy to the top. Frog splash. And into the pin. 1, 2. Here's man Ellis Sky. Got some heart, boy. Problem is, Ben Stacy's going to rip it out. Nice dodge. Chop the hell out of him. Oh, and a dragon suplex. Folding Ben Stacy like an accordion. But it still won't be enough to get Ellis Sky the 3 count. And now Ben gonna roll to the ropes, trying for a breather here. I don't think Ellis gonna give it to him. Caught him on the rebound. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pop-up powerbomb, maybe. Stacy with some punches, though. Ellis Sky gonna stand his ground, not gonna budge. And now they're going for it. Chop the shot. How about this debut for Ellis Sky? Respect to the kid. They are lighting each other up. Those chests. Look at Ellis talking some smack. The gall. And now they're standing. And they are banging. Knocking each other loopy. Who's going to strike first? Ben going to stack them up. 1, 2. Counters into a roll-up. 1, 2. What a kick out. What a match. Ellis going to grab Ben by the back of the neck. Elbows, though, didn't see coming to the gut. Gives Stacy the opening. Kick to the midsection. Powerbomb, maybe. No go. Back body drop there by Ellis Sky. Who now just stops. Repeatedly in the chest of Ben Stacy. Ileana again. This vixen. And Charles Robinson must be in love, because she should have been ejected a long time ago. Stacy's back up and off to the stretch. No, Ellis might have been playing awesome there. Might have lured him in. Oh, but the back gives out, the lower back. And that creates another opening for Ben Stacy. I don't know why he keeps going for a powerbomb. Ben in the corner. No refuge to be found there. Ellis Sky fired up. Gonna yeet him up out of the corner into an alley-oop. See ya! But Ellis is down as well. Banger here in our co-main event. Both men down. They're both getting back up at the same time. But Ellis strikes first with that calf kick. He's gonna try to go. Knife edge chop, kick to the gut. Another knife edge chop again. Forearm. Uh-oh, third time they say is the charm, and I think Ellis Sky is looking to lock it. No, wait a minute. Oh! The clash! Into the pin! Uno, dos, tres, Ellis Sky! Gets the, I don't know why Ileana's happy about that. Ellis Sky victorious in his CMV Octane debut. What a match. But man, that was basically a handicap. And Ellis Sky able to overcome the incessant interfering of Ileana Summers. Well, the fact of the matter is, Ben Stacy might have had it won right there. But Ileana with some very poor timing to distract old Charles. And the rut continues for Ben Stacy. Ellis Sky, though, hell of a way to arrive here on Octane. Welcome, oh my God, look at his chest. Welcome to Octane, Ellis Sky. Gonna get an ice pack on that chest pronto, brother. Woo! Event time here on Octane number 146, and the best Christmas gift a guy could ask for. The Women's World Champion, Alice Blake, is here, and Sarah Miller too. As it's time for our Women's Tag Team Championship match, and as always, Pat's LaFaves, the coordination unparalleled. As at long last, they get their rematch here, guys, for the Women's Tag Team Championship. They lost all the way back at the start of this season in Tokyo to the mighty Bees. Brina Story and Bea Barrett never got a rematch for the gold. Obviously, Alice Blake a bit too busy with the Women's World Championship. But the opportunity arises tonight for Pat's LaFaves to become two-time Women's Tag Team Champions. And make the reign of the Hive Mind a very short one indeed. Naomi Matsumoto and Madison Reyes, guys, only won the gold last Octane, defeating the Uncut Gems in a doozy of a match. We look beyond this, though, to this weekend, where, of course, in the main event of the Ruler of the Ring event will be Madison Reyes challenging Alice Blake for the Women's World Championship. Naomi Matsumoto, Madison Reyes, festive indeed, and Bea Barrett in the corner. I got a Madison Reyes under my tree. The winner of the Women's Gauntlet Eliminator match, guys, at Ascendance 13, she gets her shot at potentially becoming two belts Reyes this weekend, but that might be up in smoke, depending on the result of this matchup here. It was a very emotional win, though. Reyes, her first tag team championship, and got to win it alongside her best friend. But it might go down as one of the shortest reigns in CMV's history here. There's no sugarcoating it. A stiff challenge indeed for the Hive Mind here in our main event tonight. Although I'm sure both Madison Reyes and Alice Blake are thinking about this weekend London, England, the Women's World Championship match. They have to be present. They have to be here and now with the Women's Tag Team Championship hanging in the balance. Sarah Miller, Alice Blake, Pat's LaFaves, guys, back in tag team action. We're looking to become Women's Tag Team Champions again. Naomi Matsumoto, Madison Reyes, stoic. We're not trying to show any sort of fear. This is going to be a hell of a main event right here. Well, guys, the numbers don't lie. Madison Reyes, we're talking about this weekend, going in to face Alice Blake for the Women's World Championship. The historic reign of the kick connoisseur, which of course is, I think, over 290 days at this point, and quickly closing in, guys. December 20th will be an entire year that Alice Blake has been undefeated, unpinned, unsubmitted since debuting here in CMV. Of course, that might end right here in this match. I'm not talking about just in singles competition. I'm talking point blank, period. Anytime Pat's LaFaves have ever lost, it was Sarah Miller who was either pinned or submitted. Think of all that pressure on the shoulders of Madison Reyes. Undefeated is Alice Blake. 290-day reign. 9 successful defenses of the Women's World Championship. Will she be number 10? Or will Reyes be the one to end it all? Alice Blake, who's not been in action in a couple weeks. Of course, she was supposed to be a part of that big old 8-woman tag team match. It was supposed to be teaming up with the Hive Mind at Trouble in Paradise, but missed her flight and wasn't able to make it. Isabella almost ended up replacing her. Oh, Bea Barrett! We're going to get real up close. As Noe Matsumoto goes for the moonsault anyhow, but now Sarah Miller gets tagged. And I'm very interested to see Sarah Miller and Madison Reyes potentially square up in this one. Obviously, they are very close friends. They're tag team champions together in another company. Bob Knuckles shuffle for you. Take it to them. Bang! Shoots the half into the pin. As Miller looks to make it a short one here, but no luck. No pun intended. Noe Matsumoto. Not where she wants to be. Trying to tag in Alice Blake. Rejected. Just think, guys. Madison Reyes only been in CMV since Ascendance 13. That's a couple of months and change. Won on the grandest stage of them all. Beat out 19 other women to win that Gauntlet Eliminator. Earn a shot at the Women's World Championship. Now Women's Tag Team Champion. And the potential this weekend to end a historic reign and become Women's World Champion. All of that in less than 3 months. Reyes loves to have a good time, loves her friends, very happy-go-lucky individual. But once that bell rings, she's not to be underestimated. And Alice Blake hopefully won't make that mistake. Oh, into the corner and trying to make the tag to Noe Matsumoto. This is a preview of what's coming our way this weekend, the main event of the ruler of the ring event in London, England. Obviously, Alice Blake can have the home field advantage. She'll have her friends, her family in attendance front row. Reyes will be far from home. Just about literally every single factor, right? Everything you can think of, it benefits Alice Blake. Madison Reyes is coming in as the true underdog. Can she overcome all of that, though? We will find out this weekend. Alice Blake hammering on Nomi. Oh, kick to the side of the head and knock her down to the floor. Tag made to Sarah Miller. And here we go. Miller and Reyes gonna square up. Hopefully Reyes doesn't try to hold back, because obviously Sarah Miller isn't with the Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. One of the 5 fingers sand in the face, but boom! Oh, but missed! So knows it too well, seen it coming. There's an inverted famouser from the Madison. Gonna pick Miller up. Into the oh! Who exposed that top turnbuckle? Was it B? E. Barrett, active the Wasp. I think took off that top turnbuckle cover. And Sarah Miller just got sent right into it. I don't know if Reyes did that on purpose or not. Hey, with the championship on the line, you do what you got to do. I ain't going to hold it against you. Oh, the half tarantula. Working on Blake here. Boot to the side of the head. Big boot. Literally big boot. Where did Madison Reyes get those? Very festive indeed. Oh, referee's fixing the top turnbuckle. Reyes! Up and over. Unprettier. But the ref distracted, fixing the top turnbuckle. Will it still be enough time? No. Kick out. Not even a 1. And the fans on their feet, loving what they're seeing here on main event. Sarah Miller with a punch to the gut. And a spine buster from the Pixie Powerhouse. Former Zero G champion makes the tag to the Women's World Champion, Alice Blake. Immediately a super kick to her #1 contender. Shoots the half into the pin. New champ's going to be crowned, but Noe Matsumoto in to make the save. We are just a few days away from it being an entire year. Alice Blake has been undefeated here in CMV. Up on the top, Blake. Wait a darn old second here, Alice. Off the top. Moving different. Superplex rolls through. And then we'll Falcon Arrow. No, final cut. Hayden Blade tightly style on that one. Miller gets tagged in. B. Barrett's looking worried. She's trying to rally the fans. They're obviously split down the middle. Miller to the top. Frog splash from Miller. And will pass the face. The women's tag team champions a second time. Kick out at 2.5. Reyes needs to get out of there, and she knows it too. Well, Miller does not let her make the tag. Instead, going to send her into the corner. Absolute last place she wants to be. Reyes tries to fight free. Up and over, Michinoku driver. But a monkey flip. Gonna keep Reyes trapped in the corner. Very good job from Pat LaFave's keeping Madison Reyes isolated here. At the same time, too, doing damage that she surely will carry into this weekend, the Ruler of the Ring event. Will only benefit Alice Blake the longer this matchup goes on. Shout out to Brina Story. Madison, can she get there in time? Alice Blake tagged in. Will she stop her? Looks like Alice Blake maybe wants a piece of Nomi. And she's going to get it, too. Kicks to the midsection. Got her by the hair. Oh, and Reyes just trying to leave the ring. Alice Blake, I guess, going to help her. What a nice gal. For sending Nomi into the corner. Making the tag to Sarah Miller. Pat LaFave's at work. Caught in the middle is Nomi Matsumoto. Nowhere safe. Reyes down on the outside too. Matsumoto going to get thrown back into the ring. B. Barrett is looking worried indeed about her friends, and she has a reason to be worried. This is not going well for them right now. Madison back up. As we get another tag. Alice back in. Up on the shoulder. Whoa, 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 whoa. Doomsday device situation. A little twist on it. A little peppermint twist. Boom! It makes the tag as Alice Blake goes for a moonsault. Here comes Reyes back in. Great dodge. Catches the kick of the kick connoisseur. And now, Nomi's got to be careful. Get out of the ring before she gets disqualified. Champion's advantage in effect. Pat LaFave's can only win by pin or submission if they want the titles. Not count out, not DQ. Madison from the top, Meteora! And a leg drop, brother. Popping off right now. This is the Madison, the splits. Gonna send Alice Blake back into the ring. Will Madison Reyes be the one to end it all? End the undefeated streak, end the historic reign. Give it a little to Sarah Miller first. Powerbomb backbreaker before getting back into the ring. And Alice Blake tears her up. Think about this, guys. Since Alice Blake debuted, just about a few days away from, of course, being undefeated for a year. Right? She has had championship gold because Sarah Miller and Alice Blake, they debuted as a tag team, winning the Women's Tag Team Championship. And then, of course, during that reign, Alice Blake became Women's World Champion, lost Women's Tag Team Champion, still Women's World Champion, has not been without a championship around her waist, Alice Blake, for an entire year. Reyes might be the trip tonight. Might be the one. Staring Alice Blake down, not showing fear. Reyes going to send her off the ropes. Hip toss, cartwheel dropped into the face. Going to quickly rush into the pin, hook of the leg, a retain. But Sarah Miller makes it in to break up the pin. And Madison shooting her some daggers. Reyes going to stay focused. Dropping Blake on her head. What she's thinking about here, though, Alice Blake fought first, jawbreaker. Jet stream! Doesn't go for the pin. Instead, going to tag in Sarah Miller, maybe force Sarah to have to pin her friend. And indeed, that's a little bit cheeky of Alice Blake, but oh, Nomi breaks up the pin anyhow. And Madison going to be thinking it's Easter by the end of this matchup. Kick to the back of the head. Can't hold back with championship gold on the line. 1, 2. Kick out by Reyes, though. big head to her benefit in this situation, but oh man. They are not letting up. Tag to Alice Blake. Pats LaFaves. They're going to do it. They're going to go high. They're going to go low. Cut in half. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. But Reyes has got the tenacity that does not quit. Right back into the corner. Kick connoisseur to do what she does best, but Reyes escaped. She's got to make the tag to Nomi. Like now. If the champs have any hope of leaving here, still the champs. There's a kick to the gut of Alice. How is Reyes still standing on her own 2 feet is my question I pose to you all. Because I certainly do not know. Into the corner. Sizing Reyes up. Taking her time. Double axe handle. Tag to Sarah Miller. Eyeing up Nomi there. You know what Nomi did to Sarah. Tag Blake right back in. This is why they're the former women's tag team champions, man. Ooh, and a little shout out to the Uncut Gems with that catapult double knee face breaker. Alice trying for a kick. Waited a little bit too long. Too much toying about. And look at Madison now. Roll up. Roll up. Is she going to steal it? Oh, kick out at 1. Trixie. And Reyes going to go for the Tequila Sunrise. Tequila Sunrise, we've seen her win matches with this. But Sarah Miller doesn't give it the chance, makes the save. Oh, and Reyes takes Miller out. Not the time to show off the assets. Miller's not legal. In fact, she's got to get out of the ring. The referee's going to call this one. Madison Reyes focused on Alice Blake again, who is the legal competitor for Pat LaFaves, guys. Referee's trying to be lenient here with Sarah Miller. She's got to get out of the ring, though. Count of 3, guys. She only has till 5. Thank God. I'd hate to see this one end in a disqualification. Reyes off the ropes. Penalty kick to the Women's World Champion. And there's the tag to Naomi Matsumoto. This one's not over yet. Matsumoto going to have to put the team on her back, though, considering the condition of Reyes at this point. Go to sleep to the Women's World Champion. And into the Dragon Sleeper. Middle of the ring. A year undefeated, unpinned, unsubmitted. It's going to end. But Nomi couldn't keep it locked any longer. A few more seconds, I think Alice Blake was about to tap. But that took everything out of her. Nothing left. No, wait. Alice Blake not done. But she needs to make that tag. Can she? Trying to break every single rib in Nomi's body here, it appears. Yeeted up out of the corner. The Women's Tag Team Championship is on the line here in our main event, guys. A little over 10 minutes remain on the clock. If this ends at a time limit draw, the Hive Mind retains. How is Alice doing here? Oh, man! A snap Matsumoto's neck! Drops her right down at the feet of Sarah Miller. Oh, now Alice is going for Reyes. Reyes just innocently out on the apron. Gonna get taken into the ring. B. Barrett cringing at the sight. Miller doing damage to Nomi at ringside. Referee's trying to maintain order here. Not having a very easy time doing so. DDT to Reyes. Miller just cracked her skull wide open. And there's Nomi thrown back into the ring now. Madison Reyes not going to be any help. Nomi. Whoa, what a DDT, what a reversal. Wait. Oh my God, my heart skipped a beat. I thought she was going to catch her right there, man. And she still might. Super kick to the jaw. Will Nomi Matsumoto be the one to end the year-long undefeated streak? Then Sleeper's locked in again. Dragon Sleeper. Oh my God, she did it. Nomi Matsumoto. a few days away from 1 year undefeated. It comes to an end here tonight, as the Hive Mind are still team champions. What a match. I could not believe it. Complete, utter shock. I literally don't have words. Naomi Matsumoto just showed the CM Universe, and most importantly, just showed Madison Reyes that Alice Blake is human. She can be beaten. And if Madison Reyes can do this weekend, we're going to have a new Women's World Champion. One of the greatest undefeated streaks in CMV history comes to an end here tonight. The Hive Mind are still the Women's Tag Team Champions. Will Madison Reyes be the new Women's World Champion this weekend?